At a time when we're all thinking about how much money we're spending, wasting, throwing away, time to take a hard look at what we're paying for utilities, for electricity. ComEd takes a lot of our money every month, and there's a way around it. Now is the perfect time. There's never been a better time to switch to solar. My friend Brent Sopel, former Chicago Blackhawk, Stanley Cup winner Brent Sopel, he wants to help you take control of your power. He wants you to achieve cost certainty for the first time ever. For zero money down, you can save money on your electric bill right after installation of solar. You can increase your home value, and with tax incentives between the U.S. and state of Illinois tax incentives, you can save close to 48%. Now's the time to do it. All you have to do is get a consultation. Go to sopelsolar.com, S-O-P-E-L, solar.com, and my man Brent will get you started. Who better to help you on your solar journey than a Stanley Cup winner? Sopelsolar.com.
It's Car Con Carne. Let's eat in the car. It's Car Con Carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Alstyne.
Car Con Carne is also sponsored by Happy to Meet You, happy to M-E-A-T, letter U.com. If you missed it last week, Scott Fisher of Happy to Meet You jumped in the car and he offered some really easy but not necessarily well-known tips to making your grill awesome, your grilling season awesome. And if you want to make it awesomer, get Happy to Meet You delivered to your place. Listen, you can go to the grocery store, get meats that have been sitting there in the freezer for weeks, months, or roll the dice on what they have over in the butcher section. The bottom line is, Happy to Meet You. They're up at 4 o'clock in the morning, hand-cutting meat every day. If you are from the local area, the Chicago area, they'll cut your meat in the morning, pack it that day, ship it that day, you'll have it the next day. There is nothing like having fresh meat delivered. This is the kind of stuff, these are the kind of cuts you would get at a Chicago steakhouse or restaurant, and you can have them delivered to your home. Use my promo code JVO to take 10% off, and that 10% off also includes 3 flavor blends and the Carnivore Companion. It's basically a cookbook. It's really a resource, a guide, something you'll keep forever to teach you how to make the best possible meals on your grill. HappyToMeetYou.com. Use my promo code JVO. This is the last week for that offer, so definitely jump on that. Well, that was always the Cheap Trick thing, right? The handsome dudes were on the front, right, and then Rick and Bunny Carlos were on the back.
That's us
Heaven
today.
Tonight in color. That was their whole thing. That's what we're doing with Take the Reins tonight. Take the Reins is in my car. This is Car Con Carne. I'm James Van Alstyne. Courtney loves this. Take the Reins are my guest. Take the Reins is my guest. That's Courtney to my right, if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube. In the back seat, we have Matt and Dave, and I feel terrible because we were just talking about this. Because of the lighting and because I don't have like a moonroof here, they look like they're shrouded in darkness, like they've done something wrong, like they're being punished by being in the back seat.
Hanging out in the shadows.
So Take the Reins. We are at a place called Taco Stop, which from what I've heard is supposed to be a spectacular hole in the wall in Brookfield. It's right by Galloping Ghost, the arcade. Dirt cheap tacos, which that's a selling point for me any day of the week.
I will not complain
Definitely
about that.
spectacular looking from the outside.
Yeah, hey,
I mean,
it's always the best places.
Right, and there's so many places that look like this in the city, but not enough that look like this in Brookfield. So here we are at Taco Stop. We're kind of parked on the sidewalk.
Yeah. It's all right.
For all intents and purposes.
People are going around.
They are. They're figuring it out. So whenever I go to a taqueria, it's just easier to buy a bag of tacos and treat it like a grab bag, like ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. Let's all take something out of the bag. Ho ho ho.
Take the tacos.
Ho ho ho, Courtney from Take the Reins. Have you been a good girl all year? Have a taco.
I try.
So we're going to eat tacos and talk about Take the Reins. I mentioned that we're recording this on the 22nd of June. This is a big day for Take the Reins. The new release is out today. We're recording on release day. You chose Take the Reins to spend release day with Car Con Carne. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes, we did.
Wouldn't want to do it anywhere else.
All right, what are these?
So I got pollo. I got
just go
chorizo.
I just want chicken.
That would be pollo.
Okay.
And I got El Pastor and barbacoa, I think.
Okay. These are loaded with onions. And
Everything is onions and cilantro.
if I'm going to try and
Boys?
sing, I ain't touching onions, that's for sure. Okay.
Okay, these are still piping piping hot.
These are
Yeah.
hot as hell.
Oh my
This-
God.
Yes.
This could turn into a trip to the hospital
Okay.
if we're not careful.
Okay. This is
I think the fingerprints just got seared off my hands.
we are like raining cilantro in here. Okay. Yes, thank you.
Oh, yes, we are. All right, so I definitely got the barbacoa. I can't hold this for much longer. Oh my God, my hands can melt.
I found the.
It smells divine.
They are damn hot.
What did you get? Oh my god.
Looks like pork. Maybe al pastor. I like just about anything.
Probably
so
not
if you
sounding
have a
great in the
preference-
microphone, me opening
It's-
endless tacos over here.
It's
Sorry,
just-
guys.
It's just one of those things.
Just something we're going to have to deal with right now.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's good.
Is that pollo-ish?
Okay, this is something.
That looks like pastor.
Chicken,
This is pastor.
Chicken's in the back here.
Chicken's in the back. All right,
Okay.
pastor's here.
Pastor?
Okay.
Okay.
James?
I would love a pastor, actually.
Okay.
Smokes, these things are on fire.
They are on fire.
Did you get chicken, Courtney?
I have not.
Okay, here comes chicken.
Here's
I would-
barbacoa,
I would like
I think.
uno, por favor.
Oopsie.
Oh, do you get the napkins?
Oh, yeah, we
I
need
do.
the napkins.
And
This
the
is...
hot sauce.
Yes. So we were just recently in London.
Oh, my gosh. My hands.
Oh, here you go.
Thank you.
And you know, it's a big joke that Americans, like, there's a comedian that talks about how many napkins we as a society use.
Oh, I'm terrible with napkins.
I
I'm
use
terrible.
one for every bite.
Yep.
In London, you can't find a napkin to save your life, and you're standing there with stuff on your hands, and you're like, "What do I do?"
Or any
What do I do?
condiments. How they
Or-
give out the
right.
condiments like
No, you have
it's
to buy
like it's
ketchup.
Christmas here. Yeah, you've got to buy.
You gotta buy ketchup.
You have to buy everything.
Yeah.
We got some fish and chips, and you had to buy the
Yeah, you gotta buy tartar sauce.
tartar sauce, and
That's an outrage.
you got
They,
the.
they know how to make the
hot
money with
sauce
the
in there,
add-ons,
babe.
that's for sure. Okay.
So I'm at your door.
Yeah.
We're at the taco stop door. I'm at your door. The new Take the Reins
Yep.
out today. A long
See.
time coming.
Yes.
You've been working on this for a bit.
We have.
What's great about this, I mean, it's physically out. It's available for streaming. Matt shared the album with me a couple weeks ago, and he shared it in the most pure form. He shared with me the album sides, not the individual songs. He shared the actual digital files of what the record sides will be.
I figured you'd like that.
Was that intentional, or is it just
He did.
convenient?
No, it was
That was
intentional.
intentional.
You're amazing. Mm-hmm. You're amazing.
He's alright sometimes.
Right. All right, real quick before we talk about the band taco assessment. Are we eating?
Delicious.
Yeah.
Delicioso. That's the way you're supposed
I'm not usually a corn tortilla guy, but this is great.
Oh, green sauce. Yes, I didn't hand out sauces. I am failing over here.
No,
I'm trying not to make a lot of noise. Anybody want red sauce?
for my next round, I will.
Okay.
For my next stack of napkins.
David?
I'm good.
Okay.
And is the intention that you're going to play? Because Dave brought his guitar.
We were thinking if you're okay with that. We did it last time.
You did. I just haven't done it in the car for literal years. It's
Well,
been years.
It is up to
It's
you.
our thing. I think we're going to do it. Well, I don't have to do anything actually, which
Yeah.
This, I think they're
is
going to do
for
it.
the limited amount of time.
Yeah, if you're comfortable with it, we have a song off the album ready to play for you.
Of course I'm comfortable with it.
Okay, cool.
We'll give it a shot. We're on Ogden Avenue. That's what you do.
Indeed.
Got the big water tank for LaGrange Park staring at us. There's a whole strip of no-tell motels the further east you get.
Last stop motels?
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
If we get really winded after recording, we'll get a room at the Colony. The Colony Motel right across the street.
I'm sure it's a beaut.
It's just like colonial England. Or colonial America. All right. So, Take the Reins. The new release is out today. We mentioned that. I never wanted to be famous. That's how it begins. I hope you're not managing expectations with that one.
You know, it's kind of tongue-in-cheek a little that I don't have any expectations, you know? We do this for fun, and if something comes of it, we are 100% in. But you know what? We're all having fun, right? So, I mean,
Also,
that's...
it's reverse psychology on the audience because now they're like, well, they don't want to be famous, so of course we're going to listen to them.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
I'm kind of hoping it's like a nerd anthem, you know? Like, I'm a giant nerd. Always have been.
Well,
So-
and credit to the men in the backseat. Big riffs, big drums on this one. Like, everyone brings it on this track.
Awesome. Yeah. We tried.
It is the record goes in waves. Like it's a lot of energy and kind of comes into the thoughtful, soulful songs, and then back up the energy and back down. So I think we have a couple party songs on there.
You do, and we'll get there. Left of center, I think, is the kind of what you're saying as far as the balance.
Yeah.
That's kind of like get your lighter out.
Yep.
It's on your flashlight app, whatever you use in the modern day.
Yes. I'm making a huge mess over here.
Oh,
I hope
Courtney.
I'm not grossing anybody out by like shoving chicken in my face. You know?
So camo
This is a
jacket
good look for me.
Camo jacket's not new per se. I mean, it's new to this.
It's new to this record, but yes. We didn't think the record was going to take this long. You know, COVID kind of came in and took over all of our lives, and we all blipped, and we're back 2 years later, and here we are with new music.
It's a great reference.
Yeah.
Not to mention that this record's out on I'm going to say it wrong, but Flat Out Records. It's Flat AHT, but it's Flat Out Records. And at the time we recorded Camo Jacket, that was well in advance of like getting to meet Flat Out Records. So it was like many other bands. It's kind of a matter of just keep things fresh and keep things out as often. And that song came out like I want to say a month before lockdown started. So
yes, exactly.
It's sort of a this is what we'll use it for. Is
Yeah, we got that music video in, and then
there was supposed to be a quick progression,
Yeah.
which turned into a 2-year progression. But
And here we are.
I don't think anybody's holding us at fault for that, since the whole world kind of shut down. And
actually our very last anything for months was on this show. We recorded from Matt and Courtney's basement, and you recorded from
That's
your house.
right.
it was
Yes.
St.
Oh.
Patrick's Day.
That's right. Very that was first
like
week of lockdown.
literally, it was all about to hit the fan. Real,
Wow.
real
Yeah.
soon.
So just
We were locked down. You were locked down with your friends. That was the first part of it.
Anybody need more napkins?
I need another taco. I'm leaving the chicken for you.
Okay.
There's I think this is El Pastor, which is actually this one is, and it's not blazing hot anymore.
There's
thank
one
you.
last
Yeah.
beef if
Yeah,
anyone
calm
wants
down.
it.
What's that, Dave?
I'm
I
good.
said there's one last beef if anyone wants it,
Go
or
for it.
whatever this is.
Go for it. Make it yours.
Okay.
Oh, this is chorizo. This looks fantastic.
Whatever that one is my favorite out of what you've passed back here.
I'm going to need to be hosed down when this is all said and done.
So I'm not putting hot sauce on.
Don't touch any of the doors or the
Right.
the interior here because our fingers are all greasy and filthy.
I won't touch the microphone.
So kind of the story that goes along with this album. So John, we had what 3 of the 7 songs done before John reached out to us.
I think
4 of the 7 songs done.
Yep.
And we were kind of sitting on them, and I got a instant message at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it woke me up. And
Those
it-
are usually never good.
Yeah, and
This was
it
good.
was John saying, "Hey, I really dig your stuff. Are you guys on a label?" So we proceeded to have a conversation at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
So John Neese.
John Neese, who is Flat Out Records,
Good thing I
and
pulled over.
Just reached us.
yeah, and he's like,
down.
I saw your YouTube video came up in the play next. He's like, I watched it. I love you guys. Are you on a label? And I said no. And he said, do you want to be? And I said, yes. So that's kind of started our relationship, and they're out of Pittsburgh.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I sent him the 4 songs that we already had. He's like, these are great. He goes, but I could use a few more. Can you guys crank out a couple more? So we went back to Mr. Precision, and we went to Adam Cryer and Charlie at Sound Summit, and worked out our pre-production, and Courtney worked out the songs, and then we went to Mr. Precision, and
That's when we wrote Famous.
I'm at your door.
And I'm at your door. Yep.
So Dan Precision, ex of 88 Fingers Louie and Rise Against.
Yes, we love you, Dan.
Now, do you go to him because he's good, or just because he has that luxurious mane?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the
He
first
touched my hair
at
today.
first, but now it's the hair.
Yeah.
Clearly. So, I mean, if you're an independent musician watching and wondered, does it really matter if we put our stuff on YouTube? The answer is yes.
Absolutely.
The answer is an unqualified yes. Case in point. Like, you have to put yourself out there.
Yes.
Yeah, and yes, and a lot of content helps too, because
Yeah,
you
for
never
sure.
know what's going to hit.
Exactly. And you never know what's going to be served up.
Right.
Like in the case of this guy from the label.
Yep.
That's great. So 3 o'clock in the morning.
3 o'clock in the morning, we have
Yeah,
a conversation,
just
and then, so we chit chatted a little, and he said, "Can you send me the music?" We sent him the music. He asked, "Can you do a few more?" And we said, "Sure." So we cranked out 3 more songs and sent him his way. He was really excited about "I'm at Your Door." So that's kind of where he said, "That's your song."
I feel like he couldn't be a better fit for us.
Yeah,
I mean,
and honestly, it's like
It's crazy how that works.
anything
it's just,
anything
like,
that
the
we
universe sent him to us.
right.
I
So
believe in that.
anybody that we've dealt with that from Flat Out, and any like to like we went when Courtney and I went to London and we pressed some of our records.
Yeah, so we just came back from London. This is a whole separate story. But when we were out there, we literally went to the record pressing plant, Package Sounds, in High Wycombe, right outside of London, and they were pressing our records.
That's exciting.
While we were there. And we pressed our own records, and seriously, my mind was blown.
I was
yeah.
like a kid in a candy store. I had
Yeah.
the biggest smile on my
I
face.
bet.
Okay.
It's really hot too, by the way. That
So
little puck they give you
the
is
PVC
very
puck
hot.
comes out, and it's this little puck, and then you went over in a frying pan and you put some Skittles or some sprinkles on it, literally.
Like the little vinyl pellets?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And I was calling them sprinkles, and then it looked like you were making a cake, and then you put it in the machine, and you pulled the lever, and you pushed the button, and out popped a record.
Now, for Midwesterners, I mean, this is exciting.
Oh.
This is like Moldorama at the
Yeah,
museum.
How
that's
does that happen?
pretty much
Yeah.
exactly what it was.
It was totally better than the elephant and the gorilla.
Well, yeah. Wow, I got a rhino. This is great.
Right. But it was, I was like, how? You know, and then it trims it off. The label's on there, and it's like, there's your record. And
What a thrill.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was amazing.
really.
That's a once in a lifetime thing for a musician.
Yes.
Hopefully many more time in a lifetime. But
Yes.
But so even talking about like John and then Tom, who owns the
Tom
record
owns
plant, and
Package
he's also does Awkward Aardvark Records, and he's got a lot of European connections. We're like small scale on what he does. He does like big record rollouts for like he's got a lot of fat bands, and then but he also does a lot of music industry. Like he's got a whole nother pressing plant in Poland and all this other stuff. But he treated us like we were family.
Tom is the man.
Yeah, and we walked it like every step of the way on anything that we have ever done. Like so, John called Tom and said, "Hey, can they come and press some Can they come to the record press plant?" And he's like, "Absolutely, send them in, and we'll make a day out of it." And we
It was
literally
such a cool
like
day. That made
I'm
our
still like I get goosebumps
I
over
know,
how
it
much
made
fun
our
it was and how great it was just to feel like we're part of that family.
Yeah.
So it's like
I mean, seriously, like that we pressed our own records. I still can't like we pressed our. And then someone said, like, did you press all the records? Like, did you get paid? Were they taking advantage of you? I'm like, no, we didn't press all the records. Like, but we pressed like
a dozen or so.
dozen.
Yeah.
and I saw Matt had pictures of the various they're variants.
Yes.
Variant
Yep.
versions, and they're gorgeous. I mean, I think the colored vinyl, like the swirls and all that, I always think that stuff looks amazing.
Yeah.
did look really cool.
So yeah, there's 2 record store or record label store at the record at flatout.com. There's 2 variants there. And then we have our own tour variant, and then we have an exclusive with a record store in New York City called Limited to One, and they've got their own variant there too. So, and they're all great in their own right. So they're all pretty unique and fun to look at. And
we had someone buy 6 records without even having a record player. Just
Yeah.
wanted all the records.
somebody wanted
A completist,
Yep.
and that's a real thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Without
So-
even having.
And
a
we
record
thought we should have
Anyway.
if we had thought about it a little bit more at the time, Courtney and I should have initialed the ones
Yeah.
that we pressed, and then that would have been even
like the golden
more
ticket. You know, you got
more
the golden ticket. We made
rare. So
It's like
Oh,
when
yeah.
they pour concrete in front of your apartment, and you write
Yeah,
your initials in there.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
just there for future generations to
those.
enjoy.
You can't do it 2 weeks later.
No, you can't.
It's all dried up.
So I want to talk about Dorothy because we're still in the month of June.
Yeah.
Will the roses bloom on the 5th
Aw.
of June?
Yeah.
This is a
always
timely
did.
question. Did they? Or are we
They did.
okay?
They did actually. That song's for my grandmother.
Really?
That's her birthday.
And she's oh my goodness. That's
So, yeah.
that's the Dorothy of Dorothy.
Yes, she was Dorothy. Dot. And I wrote that for her. She passed away 13 years ago now, but I think of her every day, and
Clearly, she left a mark.
she did. She had a big hand in raising me, and her birthday was the 5th of June. She loved roses, and yeah, that's where it came from.
Well, that's lovely.
Yeah.
By the way, as we're recording, what time is it? It's just after 8. I guess they close at 8. Like, I think we're the last customers for Taco Stop.
We made it just
awesome.
in time.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
done.
yeah.
They just
Hell yeah.
they shuttered everything. They're the lights off. Go home.
They were probably done, and then we walked in. They felt obligated.
Right.
Also.
You don't have to leave, but you can't stay here. As wonderful and as lovely as that story is about Dorothy, I'm at your door. Has a video that accompanies it which starts with a stripogram.
Yeah. a beautiful friend of ours. Yes.
So
Everyone wants to know who she is. We're not telling.
well, yeah, keep that one close to the vest. Was that an Alex production?
That was, yeah.
Alex Eric. Does that dude sleep?
I don't
I don't
know,
think so.
man.
He doesn't
He
have
is
to.
like
He's
he's like jet setting all over the place.
He is.
He's like, and he is so much. He's another one. Like I can't. He's so much fun to work with, and such a cool dude.
Oh, we had
and
such a great
like,
time.
Very reasonably priced, and like just sitting with him and being creative and bouncing ideas off each other, and like we had literally that whole video shoot. I was laughing my ass off the whole time because all these things that I'd been thinking about, all these scenes and everything that he and I had been worked out and stuff like that were like coming to life, and I could not stop laughing. Like as we were shooting all these and directing all these people.
Around, and we were all pretty
That sounds right.
drunk by the end.
But every time I see a local music related video that kind of captures my attention, I get to the end and I see produced by Alex Eric. I'm like, well, fuck, of course.
Yeah,
It's
right.
always him.
Exactly. It's always Alex.
But that leads me to think that he is like one of the busiest dudes.
I honestly do not know.
Because you can't turn video around quickly. It's not like a podcast where this is going to be live tonight, which I don't know what that says about me. But I mean, these things take time.
He is. I can't like that. He is not just like a superstar yet. Just blows my mind.
Well, I mean, I think that's what's going to happen is eventually, like local bands are going to try to call out Alex, and they aren't going to be able to get a hold of him because he will have either moved someplace else and working in the big leagues, or he's just going to have too busy of a roster. So we were just super fortunate to work with him not once but twice.
Our next phone call will be like, take the reins, who?
Who?
Yeah. You?
Or no, it'll be more like, Mr. Zarek can't grab your phone call right now.
Please leave a message.
I'll be very happy to let him know you called.
Yeah.
But let's stay on this song for one more moment. Is this kind of a vulnerable song lyrically for you, Courtney?
It is. Yeah, it's about trying to get through to someone that, you can see a bigger picture and then they can't. And you're trying to, I guess figuratively get them to open the door to let you in. And
now, when you write songs like that, does Matt say, "Is this one about me?"
he does, actually. He will,
There are a couple songs where I was like,
Is
"Come
that
on, that's about me."
And I'm like, not everything's about you. But yeah, I don't think he asked if that one was about him. No. He asked if a couple others, and I'm like, no, that is not about you.
It's about other guys that have been in our life, apparently.
Yeah.
But
Unthinkable.
yeah, that's long gone. It doesn't matter anymore. She can't get rid of me.
Last Stop Motel, obvious single. That's a no-brainer. Tell me about that song.
Last
There are a
Stop
bunch of
Motel.
Last Stop Motels where we are.
I know, yeah. It's that one's got a pretty deep story. I don't know if I'll get into that one, but it's again, I kind of feel like the album's like Addiction by Subtraction was, a different addictions, and I didn't even realize that until I put the songs together that it was about, addicted to love and addicted to, alcohol, and then this one's kind of like trying to break through to people. Yeah, so
There are moments in time, and that's where your head was at. And
exactly. Yeah,
you may not realize there was a theme as you were writing them. And
I did not, and then I was like, wow, these are all kind of like I'm on my spiritual journey here, and I'm trying to, break through to other people as well, and yeah, that's kind of what this one was about.
Everything wraps up with Southside Rules, which is a classic in the pantheon of Take the Reins, but this is an acoustic version. I think this is a nice take on that song.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, we
Was there?
we did many versions of
Yeah,
that acoustic
that
version.
cost us a lot of money and a lot of time with Dan because we went
Dan
back and
Precision
forth.
was ready to kill us.
I learned the hard lesson of just because it sounds good in your mind doesn't necessarily mean everyone's going to agree with you. Because it was, if you'll indulge me for a second, when Matt called and said, we need an acoustic song for the last track. Is that I think it might have been our idea to do Southside Rules, and I said, well, then let's go back to Bomb Shelter and record. And also just knowing, that Dan's a whiz with like production, that like we could Smashing Pumpkins this thing up. We could like have some disarm like strings in the background.
Oh, we did.
Yeah,
We
well,
did.
yeah,
We worked on
like
it for 10 hours.
and ultimately ended up being the stripped down voices and guitar only. And I was the sole champion of orchestral Take the Reins until the very end, and then I just kind of quietly went into that good night.
Poor Dave. He fought to the very
That's
end.
okay.
I'm sure Dan still has it. I'm sure he
I'm
didn't
sure.
delete
I know
it, so
we
it's
still have
out
it.
there.
But
we still have it. Yeah, we do have
I
it.
looked over at my wife. We're both listening to my cell phone, and I was like, the version I want is the better one, right? She's like, yes, absolutely. So as long as she and I know that, the rest of the world can enjoy the version that's on the album.
See, you mentioned that one of the different vinyl versions is the tour variant.
Yes.
Will there be a tour?
We are going to be out on the road quite a bit this summer. So we are in July. We're heading to Ohio, Youngstown, Ohio, and Pittsburgh, and we're playing actually a lot of shows with this band called 500 Miles to Memphis.
Oh yeah, they've been on the podcast.
Yeah, so we're hooking up with them quite a bit. I think we've got 4 or 5 shows with them this summer.
That's a great bill.
Yeah. And then
good guys.
we're also hitting up Lexington. We're back. We're only playing a couple times in Chicago. We're in Detroit.
You're busy.
I
love it.
We're doing a lot of Weekend Warrior stuff
We're trying
this
to
summer.
book down in Nashville.
Yeah, we're
currently.
working. I actually
talking to a guy tomorrow about that.
I had an interesting phone call or a text message that hopefully could lead to some. I'm just very dumbfounded that I have a connection with who we are going to speak with. So
see, I don't even have your text number. I don't have your. I have to contact you via Facebook.
Well, you can have my phone number.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Before we leave?
We've actually invited you over to our lair too, because we now have a really badass.
I want to go to the lair.
Practice
space that is. We can do a podcast from the Take the Reins.
Can we eat pizza and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
We've got like 4 really good pizza places by our house. Too.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have much to discuss when we're done recording.
Okay.
For sure. So again, we're recording this on Wednesday the 22nd. It is release day for Take the Reins, a long-awaited release day. It is streamable everywhere. They mentioned all the different ways you can get the vinyl, and really, I tend to advocate for vinyl because A, I'm a fan, but B, I know that when people spend money on the vinyl, it actually is a great way to support the artist. I mean, it's a much better way to put money in an independent artist's pocket. So you get that going, and then you actually have a cool keepsake souvenir as a result. A playable keepsake souvenir.
We are very grateful for everyone who's already bought the record. The sales are already great, so keep them coming.
And I wish I hadn't thrown the new T-shirt in the trunk. We've got new kick-ass T-shirt designs. I'm a fan of the red. Can you grab it, Matt? No, probably not.
I might be able to get back there.
He's used to crawling through small spaces. There he goes.
I knew I shouldn't have done
Part
this.
of the tactical team.
Look at this. Okay.
Car Con Carne Buttcast.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know where you put it.
All right, don't worry about it.
We'll find it.
The point is this. Go visit Take the Reins on social. You can see it there. You can go on their website. You can buy it. Wear it with pride. I think I will wear it with pride within the next couple days. I love the design, love the band. Take the Reins. The website is takethereins.com.
We have the Bandcamp, so Take the Reins at Bandcamp. So if you go that way, takethereins.com, that kind of fizzled.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
But Bandcamp
Yes.
and any social media is a place to find us. So
I'm at Your Door is the new release. It sounds awesome. The production's great. The songwriting is great. And as explained earlier, it's a nice balance of textures and moods and vibes. I mean, there's a song for every mood and need on the new
Dave
Take the Reins.
killed the solo.
yes.
thank you.
I still am impressed every time I hear that solo. Like, damn, Dave killed it.
Thank you so much.
And then, all right, so if you're not in Chicago, you can see Take the Reins sooner than if you're in Chicago, but I'm sure that you'll catch up when you're back home.
Yeah, we're playing Reggie's this Sunday.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
Sunday
that's
the
good.
26th.
Awesome. Okay.
Yep.
That's I think that's the last place I saw you play. I haven't seen you since you opened for AM Taxi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you were at that show for sure. Yeah, I sang with the band.
We're actually going to do the actual the vinyl actually arrived in Pittsburgh today, so we're not going to actually have it in hand for Sunday to to be able to sell records, but our actual release show will be at G-Man Tavern with the Linden Method.
Oh, that's a great bill too.
And Guardrail, August 5th.
August 5th. Yeah.
Oh, that's a great lineup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be super fun.
And then we're also possibly working on something with Bill at Siren Records to go up there and maybe do another kind of record release with them.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, they're really good to
Yep, they're
local bands.
amazing to us. They're
They're
another amazing people, and like just family, and I don't even know how to say. Like, I just feel that we're so fortunate that we've been able to surround ourselves with such great people that are so positive and
super supportive of us.
yeah, and just want to support the scene and support artists, and it's amazing. I don't really know how to put into words.
No,
but
you're right, and I think in the case of Siren, there's almost a selflessness
Yes.
to it. I don't know if doing in stores necessarily rings register receipts for them, but they do it because they want to be supportive, and it's for
totally
the greater community good, and there's something to be said for that. It's a very transparent thing with them.
Yes, I
and
agree.
present
That's a good
company
way to sum it
included.
Thank you.
That's part of the scene and part of the people being supportive and helping to get great music and great bands, and it's just the it's truly overwhelming that we have such a positive community.
Oh,
to
I
bring our
feel very
music up
lucky to
in.
be part of it. Absolutely. Always have. This Chicago, for people who don't live here, they get this weird perspective of what the city is, this hardened urban whatever. It's the Midwest. I mean,
Yeah.
unless you're in rush hour, people here are really cool and decent to one another.
Or it's 20 below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
this is a nice place to live. The people here are nice, unless you provoke them.
Agreed.
Don't provoke
Agreed.
us.
Don't provoke them.
Don't provoke us.
Agreed.
All right,
Yeah.
so we're going to try. We're going to succeed. You're going to perform in the car again. I haven't done this in years. Like I remember how it's done, but it's been a while. The stupid pandemic, the stand got in our way.
Yeah.
What are you going to play?
New song, obviously, hopefully. Left of Center. It is number 2 on the record, right after
It is.
Famous. Yeah.
This is the Flashlight song, the
Yes.
Flashlight Ebb song.
And
Yes.
it's heartbreaking because it's such a fun song to play as a full band, but it is such a good acoustic song.
It
that
was
it's
written
like
on an acoustic guitar,
well,
so yeah.
all of your music was written on an acoustic
much.
guitar, so you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's hard, like, because we can throw this out as an acoustic song for a set, or we can keep it as a band. So me personally being the drummer, I was like, do I want to sit this one out? But it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good to hear it as acoustic that
Matt, if you ever want to do like shadow drumming, though, if you want to just go, I mean, podcast listeners can't hear me, but I just did a really cool silent drum solo.
That's
Those
why
are
we're
my
also
best
on video.
drum
Yeah.
All right, so next time, if we're ever in the same area again, they've got the arcade there. They've got the pinball arcade.
Oh, sweet.
I do love pinball.
Me too.
I love the pinball. To me, is very physical, and there's something satisfying about it, as opposed to playing a video game. Like the physical movement, and you're shaking the table as you go. There's something that feels very like cathartic.
Yes.
About playing pinball.
I agree.
I want to give
It's
a
very simple.
quick shout out to a game at Galloping Ghost. The 1989 version of Batman.
Oh, yeah.
That video game on Nintendo would drive me to tears, literal tears, when I was like a little 5-year-old playing it, because I just couldn't get past the first level. And the arcade version of it, you can't lose. You can actually just keep playing until you kill the
That's
Joker
right.
at the end. So one day, like after drinking with a bunch of friends, I went in there and I beat the fuck out of Batman.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you
And
did.
it was, and it was really.
Okay.
This is not radio. This is podcast land, and I saved that fuck for this moment.
Radio.
Yeah, no, it was. I have wonderful memories of playing at Galloping Ghost.
Now, he mentioned radio. For those who don't know, back in the day, there was this thing that people would listen to in the car, and it was called a radio. And you would tune into what was called a station, and they would just play music in a predetermined order. You had no control over it, and you took it and you accepted it and you liked it. Crazy times back then. But yes, the Batman game. Also, they've got that game that I used to play when I was a kid called Quicks, which is the line drawing game where you build boxes and you have to avoid like an electric spark from hitting your lines as you draw.
Oh, what is that game?
Quicks, Qix.
Okay.
And I've only, since childhood, I've only ever seen it there.
Okay.
Wow.
I guess I was thinking Tron, when the cars,
Oh.
and you make the boxes.
Well, and there's also, oh God, was it Tempest, where you like shoot down like these geometric shapes. Okay.
Galaga's my
yeah.
Or Galaga,
It was
whatever.
kind of like
you wanna call
Galaga,
it.
right? But it was geometric shapes that were coming at you.
Yeah, Tetris.
No.
Oh, Galaga.
Oh, Tetris I love.
Tetris is my life.
Tetris, yeah.
Like when we go somewhere camping, like I love to like pack like it's Tetris.
Yeah, Matt, we call it Tetrising shit.
Tetrising shit.
Yeah.
All right, Take the Reins is going to play. If you're watching or listening, it'll be like nothing ever happened. That's what's happening next. So here we go. Thank you, Take the Reins.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, James.
Okay, we are still on Ogden Avenue. We're in front of the now long-closed taco stop. I'm in the back seat to make room for a live performance done in the front seat of the car. Courtney from Take the Reins, what are you going to play?
We are going to play Left of Center off of our new album, I'm at Your Door, which just came out today.
Yay.
Waking up at night to think out loud in the dark. When the coast is clear and we are who we are. And what if I could change? Would I want to stay the same? Days turn to nights, I hide in the sheets. The ticking of the clock, laughing at me. Can't help feel like I'm here on borrowed time. And I'm a little left of center in my right brain. And in these fleeting moments when I feel sane, waiting on the crash to come down from this high. How long will I let ignorance get in the way? If right here and now is my someday, I don't want to be the one who lets it pass me by. And I have been so blind to see that this is the life we choose. And I could just leave, go anywhere but here and far away from me. Is this the game that you'll want to play? Could I convince you that you want to stay? Where there is pleasure, there's always pain. These days don't feel right, wish I could sleep. The beating of the clock reminding me you're still here, but you're running out of time. And I'm a little left of center in the right lane. I'm running red like the blood coursing through my veins, waiting on the crash of others standing by. And I could be more kind to me. I've been talking to myself, who will I believe? Could I ever be the one I need? Oh, and I have been so blind to see that this is the life we choose. And I could just leave, go anywhere but here and far away from me. And I'm a little left of center in my right brain. And in these fleeting moments when I feel sane, I'm waiting on the crash to come down from this high. Oh, and I could be more kind to me. I've been talking to myself, who will I believe? Could I ever be the one I need? Oh, and I have been so blind to see that this is the life we choose. And I could just leave,